Are you gonna get hurt doing CrossFit over the age of 40? Or is it what you need to get ripped?
Oh yeah.
I'm 41 years old. I've owned 3 CrossFit affiliates. I've had a level 1, I don't have it anymore, since 2011. I worked with more CrossFit athletes than probably anybody else in the world ever, including champions and masters athletes. That means the old people like you and me. And I've been a chiropractor and a personal trainer since 2009 and 2005 respectively. I know a thing or two about whether or not you're going to get hurt doing a different kind of exercise routine than you're used to doing. I guess I should introduce myself now. I'm Dr. Sean Pastuch, the founder of Active Life, and everything I just described is what I've done that should make you believe me when I talk about it in this video. So should you do CrossFit to get ripped, or are you just gonna end up ripping something? CrossFit, the entity, would like you to believe that nobody's ever gotten hurt doing CrossFit.
That idea that CrossFit is dangerous is actually not supported in the scientific literature.
Now, I'm not saying I have evidence that all these different people have gotten hurt, and I would sit in a courtroom and tell you it was this many people on this date from this exercise and yada, yada, yada. So CrossFit, please don't come and sue me for this. But someone has gotten hurt doing CrossFit, at least once. What happens is oftentimes when a company says this has never happened, the people who want you to believe that it's happening all the time go and look for every single example and they're like, I have it right here. People do get hurt doing it. And so it has the potential to get labeled as something that is much more dangerous than it actually is, or appropriately dangerous. We're gonna dive into that. Remember, people also get hurt running, playing pickleball, picking a pen off of the ground. That doesn't make running, playing pickleball, or picking up a pen an inherently dangerous activity to do, which also means getting hurt doing CrossFit does not make CrossFit an inherently dangerous activity for you to do. What you need to know is that it's the dose, not the poison. And again, CrossFit, I'm not calling you poison.
What did you call me?
I'm not calling you poison. It's just a figure of speech. So let's start off by talking about CrossFit's a bit confusing. And what I mean by that is it's 4 different things at the same time. It's an entity, a corporate entity that sells affiliates. It's affiliates, which is the people who own the CrossFit gym in your town. It's a sport, and it's a methodology. All 4 of those things at the same time. You would say the word CrossFit, and you could be talking about any one of the 4. What we're really talking about is you doing it at a local affiliate or in your garage. So let's talk about what an affiliate is for a moment before we go any further. An affiliate is not a franchise. A franchise like an F45 is very different than a CrossFit affiliate, in so much that there is supposed to be similarities, if not consistency, from what one F45 is doing in Charlotte, North Carolina to what another one is doing in Tucson, Arizona on the same day at the same time. They don't necessarily have to be doing exactly the same thing, but the essence of all of it is there. They're following a blueprint, no pun intended for the ugly blue room. I didn't say it was ugly, it's ugly. They're all supposed to be fairly consistent. A CrossFit affiliate is very different than that. The only thing that they all have in common is the name. They can run their business however they want. Nothing else has to be similar. In fact, some of them don't even have the name CrossFit in their brand anymore. To me, that means it has some really big positives and some really big negatives. And these are what's going to affect you. So let's talk about what they are. The positives are that someone could be exceptional. I mean exceptional. There are some amazing CrossFit coaches out there who are giving phenomenal experiences in a safe environment to their members who are getting great results. And then there's the negative. There are people who are owning CrossFit gyms and coaching in CrossFit gyms who couldn't tell you their ass from their elbow. I mean literally, if you said olecranon process or rectum, they couldn't point to where the 2 of them were.
So he says rectum damn near killed him.
The hard part for you is figuring out who's who. Because you're not an exercise physiologist, how are you supposed to know if the coach in the room, who seems like they know what they're doing, knows what they're doing? You're not going to be able to tell if they know how to coach technically extremely well, unless if you know technical coaching. So we have to take a different approach. I want you to walk into every CrossFit affiliate in your neighborhood. If you're thinking about joining a CrossFit gym because you think it's going to work for you, you have to walk in and meet the people. I want you to meet the members. I want you to meet the coaches. Ideally, I want you to meet the owner. Now, you're not going to sit there and hold court and ask everyone to meet, but you're going to show up, you're going to try a workout, you're going to scale it all the way back, or you're going to watch a workout if you've never done it before. The key is, I want you to look for the membership group. The coaches are one thing, but the membership group who you feel like you would be the most comfortable around. What that likely indicates is the values of the ownership and the values of the staff. Once you've found that, I want you to ask for a meeting with a coach or the owner so that you can decide if joining is right for you. See if their communication style matches yours. See if they're empathetic. See if they actually can solve your problem and if you believe them. That's the only way you're going to be able to do it, but you have to have some kind of process involved. You can't just walk in, try a class, and say, it was really hard, so I joined. It's always going to be really hard. That's kind of their brand.
But did you die?
If you can't find an affiliate where people seem like they give a you-know-what about you, you're going to want to consider doing this on your own in your garage or at a Globo gym.
Yeah. Oh, hello.
Now, the thing about that is you should have experience doing the movements before you just start throwing down on your own. Otherwise, your risk of injury is much higher than somebody who has training age and experience doing this stuff. You need the coaching. If you do have experience with the movements and you're thinking about doing it on your own, you're one step closer to saying, yeah, you know what, CrossFit might be good for you, but we have to get a little bit more information. Let's discuss the known physical condition that your body is living in right now. What I'm asking is, how are you feeling? Is your body feeling good?
I'm fine.
Do your tendons feel good? Do your joints feel good? Do your discs feel good? Do your muscles feel good? Or are you running into a little bit of ache pain world and feeling limited, like you shuffle your feet when you wake up in the morning until it's about 9 a.m.? If you're feeling really good, then CrossFit might be a good option for you. We'll get there in a moment. If you're feeling like crap, it's gonna take technically sound coaching to keep you safe in the gym, and even then there's no guarantees. That doesn't mean it's dangerous. It means that you wanna walk in and you wanna let them know what all of your ailments are, and if the only answer that they can give you is we can scale anything to meet your needs, get out. They don't know how to do that. Something important for you to know is that serious injuries in a CrossFit gym are extremely rare. Now, I don't have a statistic on that either, but what I'm telling you is that I own 3 affiliates. I've consulted for dozens. I've worked with hundreds, if not thousands, of CrossFit athletes. Serious injuries like blowing out a disc, needing a surgery as a result of something that happened in the gym are very low. They're low. You're unlikely to have a life-changing injury inside of a CrossFit gym. It's much more likely that you're going to experience aches, pains, niggles if you're in Australia, some tendon issues, everything that can absolutely be reversed. There's always a chance that you hurt yourself in a different way. It's just not as likely, especially if you're smart and you're competing only with yourself and not with your ego or with other people in the gym. The reason why every time someone does get hurt severely in a CrossFit gym, the whole world finds out about it is because of what I talked about earlier. When CrossFit says nobody gets hurt here, the rest of the world says, ha ha, I told you they do. It doesn't mean it's happening on a regular basis. For an idea of the kind of discomfort, aches, pains that people your age, my age, typically run into in a CrossFit gym, look no further than the CrossFit Masters Facebook group.
Hey everybody, an old man's talking.
It's a group of people on Facebook who are over the age of 35, I think, probably mostly over 40, talking about how much Advil they're taking before they work out, what kind of creams they're rubbing onto their skin, and what hurts every single day. But what's important for you to know is they're still going in and doing the workout. They haven't said these aches, these pains, these injuries are leading me to deciding not to do this anymore. And I think that says something for them. So what that means for you is if you're okay with dealing with some discomfort every single day, then your risk of having a problem going to a CrossFit gym is very, very low. At the end of the day, the message I have for you is this. You're not gonna get healthier sitting on the couch. You're already walking around town. You're not going to get healthier adding more walking. If you're looking for some kind of exercise to add to your life so that you can be physically fit, and you're not looking for someone to train you one-on-one, finding a good CrossFit gym could be a really good solution for you. The key is making sure that you find a good one, that the coaches know what they're doing, and that the people in there are relatable to you. You don't have to be as fit as they are today. You have to want to start and know that you're going to make constant progress over a longer period of time. You're not going to live a life where you never experience discomfort if you want to be healthy. It's unfortunately part of the trade-off. There's soreness after workouts. There's pushing it too far when you want to see what your body can do. These are all normal things. The key is not becoming a person who says, I have pain because I do this, And I'm always going to have pain because I do this. You need to treat it like a data point when something hurts. So if you want to jump into a CrossFit gym and 6 months from now you have shoulder pain and you're like, Dr. Sean told me I shouldn't do it. I didn't tell you that you shouldn't do it. Or Dr. Sean said I should join a CrossFit gym. I didn't tell you you should join a CrossFit gym. What I told you is you need to follow your intuition with some of the guidelines I gave you earlier today. And you should expect that you're going to feel discomfort in the lifespan of being a member in a CrossFit gym, which does not mean that you are injured, and it does not mean that you are not. I know that doesn't feel like great guidance, but the point I'm making to you is injuries, discomfort, they are bumps along the way. You're going to experience them no matter what you're doing. And so the best program in the world for you to follow is the one that you feel like you can do consistently. 3 days a week, 5 days a week, however often you want to do it. You need to be able to do it consistently for a long period of time. You're going to have discomfort. You're going to get over that discomfort as long as you can think with this and not with. You're over 40 and you want to know if CrossFit's a good way for you to get in shape. You're afraid you might get hurt. You're probably not going to explode. But having great coaches reduces that risk even more. Find them. Choose a fitness methodology, CrossFit or otherwise, that you feel like you can do consistently for a long period of time. That's where your results are. If you already have aches, pains, or musculoskeletal issues that you know a coach would need to understand thoroughly to be able to help you, I would recommend leaning away from CrossFit and more into something more individualized, more custom, like personal training. If you're not in that boat, CrossFit might be a good choice for you. Make sure that you find yourself a great gym with great coaches who understand you and your body so that they can guide you towards your goals. You don't need to be scared of the things that you see on the CrossFit Masters Facebook group. Those people are still doing CrossFit, even if their body isn't comfortable. Remember, chronic pain is a choice. You can live more and hurt less if you like and subscribe. Is what I did there. I'm Dr. Sean Pastuch, and this video is over.